Well, this morning we're talking about food allergies as we head back to school, what parents need to know.
Food allergies affect 1 in every 13 children, and nearly 40% of children with food allergies have had a history of a severe reaction.
So joining us this morning to talk food allergies as children head back to school from the Allergy and Asthma Center of Minnesota, Dr. Doug McMahon. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So many parents can relate to this topic. I know that we have some folks here. Tom Butler's kid has a peanut allergy, so I know a lot of parents are thinking about this as they send kids back to school. Talk about the fact, is it true that more and more people are actually developing allergies, food allergies?
Yeah, unfortunately that is the case. Right now, food allergies has increased about 18% over the last decade. And it's unknown exactly why, but it looks like the delaying of these highly allergenic foods, such as peanut, egg, wheat, and soy, has actually increased the rate of food allergens. So actually, earlier introduction may be better.
Yeah, because we know that new mothers and, well, parents are not giving their kids peanut butter for, and eggs and all those foods. And you're saying that delaying of the food is maybe what's caused the problem, which is surprising because we thought that was avoiding the allergies. So
exactly. Let's
say you find out then your child has a food allergy. What's your next action plan? What should it be?
Yeah, so preparation is the best step. This time of year can be very stressful for mothers and fathers with kids with food allergies going back to school. So having a plan. Different plans are available. I have one on my website, allergymn.com, under the patient education resources. These should be reviewed with a physician and then talked with the teachers and school nurses, and talking about what foods to avoid and what to do in case they have a reaction.
Give us an idea, as kids are going back to school today, what steps that parents should take. Just run down just maybe a couple of them if they know that their kid has food allergies.
So the best is sitting down and educating their kids what foods to avoid. Often foods that they don't even think may have the triggers are in certain treats, and so at certain celebrations at the school they should have their own treats available. And also steps to do in case they have an exposure. I actually have treated allergy myself, and despite my best interventions I still run into an exposure every now and then. So a plan in case you have an exposure is very wise.
Okay, what about seasonal allergies now? Moving on from food to what is in the air, what can we do to help our kids through this process of seasonal allergies?
Yeah, right now ragweed is the big problem of what people typically think of as hay fever. And some steps to decrease exposure are driving with your windows shut, using recirculating air. If you've been outside a lot during the day, shower in the evening. If you have animals, those are often sources that bring the pollens inside the house, and so trying to decrease that exposure is often helpful.
As someone who does have seasonal allergies myself, and now I can see my 3-year-old daughter getting it, you talked about, or you've heard about this new oral tablet. I'm very interested, and I think a lot of people are interested in hearing about this. Talk about this new oral tablet.
Yeah, that's an exciting new treatment available. The FDA just approved 3 new tablets where they work kind of like allergy shots, and that they desensitize people to environmental allergens, and they're available now for grass and ragweed, where the person takes these small doses of the allergen and the body basically builds a tolerance to them.
Okay, and now we've been talking about kids going back to school, but let's say you are the parent of a brand new baby. And what we've addressed here on the couch is that it seems that delaying these foods might be causing the same allergies. Would you suggest that parents then, give kids, for instance, peanuts and eggs, things earlier than they've been told to from their pediatrician?
I would recommend that. I recommend them talking with their pediatrician about this, but I think the earlier introduction is better.
And we also talked about the food allergies. I did introduce peanut butter to my little girl before the doctor said to, and she actually said don't do it, and then I said I already did. So she doesn't have any allergies to food, which is a good thing, but actually so many people do that in fact the governor passed a bill kind of addressing this. Touch on that for us.
So the governor passed a bill earlier this year allowing schools to carry epinephrine devices in them without a specific prescription for each patient. So this is a nice benefit of for children with food allergies, that these devices are readily available. However, a lot of schools still don't carry them, so if your child does have a food allergen, they should talk to your school about carrying these devices.
So now that it won't just be the schools, so now the schools will actually have these pens, and it's not necessarily on the parents, although if parents know that their kids have an allergy, they're most likely to bring
Right.
that along to the school.
And you
right.
probably saw this in the headlines. I think it was last week. Adrian Peterson is starting his campaign because of his food allergy. He ate some shellfish and had a reaction.
Yeah.
And so he's encouraging people, obviously, to carry around those
Yeah,
EpiPens.
and that's an important thing, is that a lot of kids who have food allergies feel like they're alone or different, and so
Right.
it's nice to know that famous athletes have this, a lot of people have it, and so even if your child doesn't have food allergies, it's nice to educate them about it to help make the other children in the class feel welcome.
That's a
good
big
idea.
deal. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Doug McMahon from the Allergy and Asthma Center of Minnesota. Thanks for being with us today,
Thanks,
talking
Debbie.
about an important topic as
Yes.
kids are
Thank you, Doctor.
heading back to school.